You see what your new rappers, how they got y'all dressing? What happened to white tees and no, you girl.
Lil Baby just went off on Wayda after she dropped hints that seemed to confirm the very rumor he has been running from, an alleged DL affair. For the first time, people felt like they finally understood why the two really broke up. What had once been dismissed as whispers is now exploding into full-on gay-for-pay accusations, and the internet is eating it up, and the timing couldn't be worse, because the moment Jayda cracked that door, Slim Thug kicked it wide open with receipts that had fans gasping. Lil Baby can't seem to escape this storm no matter how hard he tries. In case you missed it, Slim Thug recently slipped up and exposed the one secret Lil Baby has allegedly kept tucked away for years. He even went so far as to call him a sugar baby, and the way he said it, he wasn't talking metaphorically.
What do you think of the James Harden memes?
Like what? Like I don't play certain type games.
Yeah.
So even when I see certain it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I just say it.
See the comedy.
Push up on me with it. You know what I'm saying? See how that goes.
Slim didn't play coy with DL rumors. Instead, he threw a straight-up bomb, saying Lil Baby isn't the man people think he is, and tying it back to his supposed secret link with music mogul Michael Rubin. That connection alone had people raising eyebrows, and Slim knew exactly what he was doing by dragging Rubin's name into it.
We ain't going for it. We stand in our era. We going with the G. We work on cars. You know what I'm saying? We change all. We do all the real man shit. You feel me? We ain't influenced by nothing else.
You can literally catch the exact second Slim let it fly about Lil Baby. Accident or not, the smirk on his face said it all. He looked way too satisfied finally airing it out. And of course, Lil Baby couldn't stay quiet. Instead, he's been spiraling, lashing out in interviews, raging about folks who don't know how to stay in their lane, and warning that if he crosses paths with Slim Thug, it won't end with just words. Now the big question circling online is this: has Lil Baby been faking his entire tough guy street persona from day one? Because if what Slim Thug is saying is even halfway true, then Michael Rubin might just be the hidden reason behind Lil Baby's rise. Suddenly, those sugar daddy whispers that people laughed off for years don't sound so far-fetched anymore.
Fun of me when I'm drunk. You're gonna get another drunken hug tonight. I don't care what anyone says. You're getting a drunken hug. You too. You too. Drunken hugs are coming tonight.
What up, Mike? Get up off me, dog.
And here's the thing. Everybody knows Lil Baby usually ignores internet gossip. He's the type to let the blogs talk while he stays quiet. But Slim's video? That clearly hit different. The second it hit the timeline, fans could tell it struck a nerve. It wasn't just casual trolling. It felt like Lil Baby's worst-kept secret was being dragged into the light for the entire world to dissect. His reaction only fueled the fire. People started saying, if hit dogs really do holler, then Lil Baby just hollered the loudest. Because instead of brushing it off, he lost it. You could see the rage all over him. And the timing made fans think he had something to hide.
They got y'all dressing. Do you see what your new rappers, how they got y'all dressing? What happened to white tees and no, you girls. You is all the way girls, man. Following y'all favorite rappers. D-Ray Davis, my brother. Yeah, man. Hey, man, that shit wasn't the flu in my era. I'ma just say that, man. You know what I'm saying? You better put your towel tee on or something, man. Before y'all be doing all this other, y'all turning all the way to girls. What the like, even the girls know it. The girls look at y'all like girls. You it's weird, bro. Like, I don't know what happened. It's crazy.
And then came the cryptic IG story. Lil Baby jumped online quick, posting a message that had people reading between every single line. No names were dropped, but the tone screamed defensiveness, and fans knew exactly who he was aiming at. Slim's little slip didn't hide, just ruffle. Feathers, it might. We just cracked Lil Baby's whole image wide open. Those love talking until it gets real. Then what? That was the cryptic line Lil Baby dropped on IG before deleting it within minutes, like it never even existed. But it was too late. Blogs and gossip pages had already snatched screenshots and blasted them across socials. The post didn't name names, but it didn't need to. It said enough for everybody to start whispering.
Reason why you made sure in a world of tattoos, you don't have any.
That was really my only reason, like, from being younger, like, I don't want no tattoo. I know I'm gonna have something to do when I get older.
Yes, sir.
With my money, and I don't want to be like a thug. Like, even though, like, I'm almost a thug, I was a thug.
Yeah.
I don't want to be no thug. You feel me? I don't want people to look at me like I'm a thug.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't what I wanted. People with tattoos, and to me, you look like a thug.
Damn. Everybody like this nowadays.
Some folks claimed they were confused about who the message was aimed at, but anybody really paying attention already knew. The timing lined up too perfectly. All fingers pointed directly at Slim Thug. And once fans made the connection, the internet turned into detectives overnight. They started combing through Slim's feed, Lil Baby's feed, every video, every comment, hunting for clues. That's when it clicked. Slim had been throwing shade for a while, and Lil Baby's deleted post was the first sign he'd finally had enough. But if you're wondering why Slim even called Lil Baby out in the first place, it goes back to a performance not too long ago. Lil Baby hit the stage in an outfit that had people talking. A tiny tank top, shorts, and a bright pink belt showing off his thighs. Not just hoochie daddy shorts. This was a whole different lane.
Ruben thing.
I was just gonna say.
Like,
I was just about to say.
bruh, I don't play with period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, on no funny weird. You feel me? I'm dapping Kuzman up. And Mike happy to see me. He run up on me.
Right.
I got 10 other pictures. We down there. We start down there. Bam, I'm telling his ass, Mike, I'll slam your neck. I'll break your neck in this. But we play like that. They white, so they don't really understand how I understand. Like, even when the picture came out before it went viral, I told them, like, Mike, I can't have pictures like that.
Right.
Even though me and you playing, bro, it's 100 people at the party. We in the middle of 100 people. There's nothing weird we could be doing in the party.
For Slim, that was the deal sealer. He took one look and decided it was confirmation of everything he'd been hinting at. That Lil Baby was playing into the role of a sugar baby for powerful industry men like Michael Rubin. And once the clip of Baby styled up in that fit started making the rounds, the internet went wild. People were laughing, speculating, and even flat out claiming Slim was right all along. The whispers weren't whispers anymore. They were headlines. Lil Baby is gay. Even his walk says it all. That was Slim Thug's claim. And for him, that was all the proof he needed. The very next thing he did was hop online and unload on Lil Baby, blasting him in front of the world. Slim looked straight into the camera with that tight facial expression and those locked eyebrows. You could practically see the disgust written all over his face. He said this was exactly what was wrong with hip-hop today, and you could feel the frustration oozing through the screen.
When that picture came out, I literally made Mike Rubin go to his security camera in his house, go to the footage and get the whole time, but I just never, like, I ain't even gonna post that shit on the internet.
Right.
I'm just like,
Right.
you feel me?
And Slim didn't just keep it on Lil Baby. He dragged young Jock into the fire too. Not the Jock we remember from It Is Going Down, but Jock rocking a crop sweater on stage that showed his midriff. Slim clowned it immediately, treating it like more evidence of what he said was happening in the culture. To Slim, this wasn't just about fashion. It was about the image hip-hop was pushing and who was playing along with it. Of course, not everybody saw it that way. Some fans brushed it off, saying crop tops and pink belts don't define sexuality. But Slim doubled down. He insisted these weren't just wardrobe choices. He treated them like hints, clues, and receipts tied to a bigger secret. In his eyes, Lil Baby wasn't just experimenting with style, he was hiding the truth. And Slim made sure the whole internet knew exactly how he felt about it. By this point, fans were deep in detective mode, and what they uncovered next made Slim look like he wasn't reaching at all. People instantly circled back to that one controversial photo where Michael Rubin and Lil Baby looked practically glued together. The body language, the smiles, the closeness. It suddenly didn't feel like just another friendly group shot. It looked like two people going public without even realizing it. Back then, nobody thought too much about it. But once Slim Thug called it out, the picture took on a whole new meaning.
When somebody show you who they are, believe the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th time, you have to believe them.
And right on cue, 50 Cent stepped into the chat. He reposted that exact photo with a caption basically saying, "What the F is going on here? The moment Fifth pressed upload, the internet exploded. Within hours, timelines were flooded with jokes, wild theories, and receipts fans had been sitting on for years but never shared until now. Suddenly, the Lil Baby connection wasn't just whispers. It was Exhibit A in a case that had the whole internet tuned in. From that moment on, every single selfie Lil Baby ever took with Ruben was seen as just another flick. Fans treated each one as possible evidence of something deeper. People were convinced they had finally cracked the code, and that Lil Baby's rise wasn't just hustle and talent, but tied to his alleged bond with Ruben. But before unpacking all those so-called receipts, let's pause for a second and talk about who Michael Ruben really is. Because Ruben isn't some background figure hanging out in the music scene. He's a heavyweight, a billionaire with the kind of reach that can make or break entire careers. Sure, most people know him for his business and music ties. But his name has also been linked to some of the industry's shadiest circles, the same ones involving men in powerful positions and secretive parties. And let's be clear, Ruben has been tied to those infamous white parties, the very same kind Diddy was notorious for hosting. To fans, that connection alone said more than enough about how deep this rabbit hole might go. But lately, the whispers have narrowed down to one thing: Lil Baby's almost inseparable closeness with Michael Ruben. Whether it's those all-white mansion parties, private jet trips, or courtside seats at NBA games, Ruben is always there. Sometimes in the background, sometimes right next to Baby, but always hovering like a shadow. And fans can't ignore it anymore. To them, this isn't just friendship. It feels like Ruben has been shaping Lil Baby's every move.
Lil Baby's.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
He gave me $40,000. So Lil Baby has slid in my DMs. He asked me if I was in Miami, and I told him, yeah. He texted me, told me to pull up, and the first time we linked up was weird. He kept touching me. Like, I get it, you know, you got a lot of people, that's just a setup situation, but it was just weird because he kept touching me and he was just rubbing me. Like, it got to the point where I felt like, okay, is he like trying to figure out if I'm a woman or a man? And then after that, it was fascinating, honestly.
People point to the sudden shifts in Baby's image over the past few months. The changes don't feel random. They scream Ruben's influence. That is why Slim Thug's allegations hit so hard. Because when you line up all the little clues, the mask starts to slip. And it looks like someone else is really calling the shots in Baby's career. And that infamous performance clip. It wasn't just the short shorts that had fans zooming in. Viewers noticed something brand new inked across Lil Baby's thighs. 2 massive tattoos reading 90S Baby, one on each leg. And for most rappers, that wouldn't be anything out of the ordinary. But for Lil Baby, it set off alarms. Why? Because for years, he built his image around not having tattoos. He even admitted in interviews that he avoided ink on purpose, saying tattoos would make him look too ghetto and could hurt his business image once he moved beyond rap. It was a key part of his brand. No tattoos, no distractions. So why would someone so firm on that stance suddenly flip the script and ink up both thighs? And not just that, he added another tattoo down his left leg reading CBFW. Fans immediately started connecting dots, speculating that these weren't just random tattoos. They might be silent messages, or even marks of influence tied to Ruben himself. The contradiction was just too loud to ignore. Once that clip of Lil Baby's new tattoos started circulating, fans screen-grabbed every frame and blasted it online with captions that spiraled into wild theories. Some even claim the tattoos were a form of branding, a literal mark tying him to Michael Ruben as his alleged boy toy. That's when Lil Baby finally realized silence wasn't an option anymore. He tried to get ahead of the rumors by shutting them down himself, but his words only poured gas on the fire, because suddenly the internet wasn't here just talking about the ink anymore. They were digging into his entire love life. And what they uncovered made the tattoo debate look like child's play. At first, Lil Baby brushed off all the Ruben talk. He downplayed that viral photo of the two of them, claiming there was nothing suspicious about it. According to Baby, It was just a little play wrestling moment that happened to be caught on camera. He doubled down again on Lil Yachty's podcast, saying he had security footage that would prove his side of the story. But here's the problem. He never actually released the footage, and online that only made things worse. Because in the court of public opinion, saying you have receipts but never showing them is basically the same as admitting guilt. And then his own baby mama, Jayda, dropped a bomb. She revealed the real reason she left Lil Baby, saying she tried to hold their relationship together but finally walked away when he showed his true colors. She didn't go into heavy detail, but the way she phrased it gave people more than enough to connect dots. Fans instantly assumed the true colors weren't about him cheating with women. It was about his alleged ties to Michael Rubin. But y'all, it got even worse. The whispers grew louder after an Instagram model named Teresa Levy sat down on a podcast and spilled about a one-night encounter she had with Lil Baby. According to her, the way he moved during their hookup convinced her he might not be straight. She hinted that he seemed more on the bi side than people realized. But the detail that really tipped fans over the edge was Lil Baby's own gambling confession. Yes, why all? He admitted to blowing over $9 million in just 2 days during a wild gambling binge. And when it looked like things were spinning out of control, guess who stepped in to handle the mess? None other than Michael Rubin. According to Baby himself, Rubin personally called up the casinos and had him banned so he couldn't place another bet. On the surface, it looked like a loyal friend saving him from himself. But after all the other receipts floating around, fans saw it differently. To them, it felt less like concern and more like a boss protecting his investment. Sure, Lil Baby didn't he self-destruct and ruin the polished image Rubin allegedly built for him. The comparisons came quick. People started bringing up the notorious Clive Davis situation. If you know, you know. And that's why so many believe Lil Baby might be walking down the same dangerous road. The million-dollar question, who's really pulling the strings here? Meanwhile, Slim Thug refuses to let up. He's still on socials, throwing subs with that little beard, reposting old clips, practically daring Lil Baby to call him out by name. But here's the confusing part. After all the threats, all the cryptic posts, Baby has gone completely silent. And in this industry, silence doesn't usually mean peace. It means one of two things. Either he is secretly cooking up a major play, or he is flat out running out of moves, realizing the cat's already out the bag. Now everyone's asking the same question. Is Lil Baby trying to protect his brand, or is he protecting Michael Rubin? Because if Slim drops one more bombshell, this could go from whispers to a full-blown career-ending scandal. Drop your thoughts in the comments and check out the next messy video lined up for you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you on the next one.